Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is HowFast. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in for last week's video. A lot of great views on it, and I really appreciate all the comments, and I really look forward to going out next week to Windsor weekend. So if you guys are new here and you don't know, my name's Justin. This is Dodgey, our LS powered NASCAR, which is going to be turned into a drag car here very shortly. We have Hildi, our E90 BMW. We have Judy, our OBS 3500 GMC. Of course, there's Maggie. Now on the channel, we work on building this car and doing maintenance on those and attending local events and seeing local racers and talking to some of you guys who are really just what it is, we're just car lovers, right? And we all share that passion for cars, gas, and going fast. Today we're going to continue working on Dodgey, and I want to remind you guys, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give me a like and give me a comment. That really means a lot to me and it really helps out the channel. So today we're going to work on Dodgey's brakes, continuing on where we left off 2 weeks ago. We just finished running all the hard lines, connecting them all to each other. So now we have to run the braided stainless lines to the brake calipers. So that'll require us to make a couple mounts. We'll hook those up. Gosh, we could bleed the brakes. Exciting. Exciting stuff. Anyway, let's get to it. So I bought some braided stainless steel brake lines. I have the special screws that are for it, but here's the funny thing. When I bought those calipers, they came like this. Here's one bag with, you know, spring clip, a couple washers, and the nut or the bolt. Here's another one, nut and the bolt. Here's the one that came out of here. Here's how this one came. You can see this not even been opened yet. Missing a piece. So I'm gonna have to go into town and get another one of these. But no biggie. This shouldn't slow us down. So I was just working on the brakes here, just about finished up the front, and UPS just arrived. And they brought me a surprise. Made in the USA. What could this be? You guys are going to have to wait a couple weeks to find out what's in that box, but as soon as we put the engine in, we'll open this box up. We'll see how it fits and we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, back at it again next day. So here's the problem we're facing right now. Last year I picked up these calipers and I got them from Canadian Tire, and I have two that are a 7/16 20 thread and one that is an M10 by 1.5. What's funny is that this caliper takes the M10 by 1.5. That one takes the 7/16 20. Explain that to me. I don't know. These are the numbers on them, the casting numbers, are supposed to be like a left and a right. That also, I should say, these brake lines are meant to fit the specific caliper, you know, the size, because you can't have, you can have, but I mean, it's really awkward to have like a metric set on one and an imperial set on the other. So I'm finding now that the threads on this one are metric and the threads on that one are imperial, and I'm now questioning what happened here. So I'm going to take the back ones off. We're going to take a look at those and see what the thread is on those, and if we got to go replace one of these, we do that. If we just change up a couple fittings to make it work, we do that. I'm not entirely sure, but we've got a bit of a problem right now, so I'm going to dive into the back and let's see what we got going on. Okay, I got underneath the car, I've checked out the back, and it turns out that 3 of the 4 of these are the metric brakes, which is good because that is the set of brake lines that I bought. Those are metric, and they're meant for metric. That one is the imposter over here. This is an imperial one, and I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why, because like that one, actually, you know what, that one doesn't have a casting mark on it. I was just told that it was the you know, the left side and this was the right side. This one actually has the casting on it, so I know that one's the right one, but that one we're gonna have to get it switched out. So as far as these go, I should be able to continue working and connecting these all up, but we'll have to return that one to Crappy Tire. But most of you know, if you've ever bought stuff from their auto desk, that you're just dealing with some teenager. And personally, I was returning old parts, so I didn't even know what I had. But I did know that one had that casting number, so I said I want this one. Obviously, I know what it is, and I need the other side as well, and that's what they gave me. Anyway, so I'm going to begin running the brake lines here in the back, and I'm going to set up the camera, and you guys can follow along. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Brakes are all about, just about in. We just have to get that one caliper in the front switched out, and then we should be okay to bolt everything up and tighten everything down. There is, of course, the one problem that we're still missing from our brakes, and that is this hat. Now, I actually had a gentleman contact me, and I think he has something that's very similar, and I don't know, the dimensions to me have to be almost exact. So I'm going to pull this one off, and we're going to get some dimensions. I'm going to compare them to what he sent me, and then hopefully we'll find the piece that we need for the other side there, and we can all bolt everything down in the back here, and the brakes will be completely done, and we can actually bleed them and see if they work. Now for How Fast trivia. Last week's question, it seemed like an easy one, but believe it or not, I didn't know the answer, and I don't know if it's old or new. I haven't even looked it up, but it sounds like a couple of you guys knew it, so congratulations. The question from last week was, which car manufacturer has the slogan, "Go Further"? The options were A, Ford, B, Vauxhall, C, Land Rover, or D, BMW, and the correct answer was A, Ford. And like I said, I didn't know that. To be honest, I didn't know if Ford had a saying, so you learn something new every day. So this week's question is a little bit harder, and some of you guys who are into supercars might actually get this one. So this week's question for the How Fast trivia is, which is currently the world's fastest road car? I'm gonna put a little asterisk next to this. This was when these questions were made. I'm sure that changes on a monthly basis. So take a guess at what the correct answer is here. Your options for what the current fastest car in the world is when this card was made. Options are A, Koenigsegg 1, B, Hennessy Venom, C, GT Bugatti Veyron, or D, the McLaren F1. I look forward to hearing you guys' comments and questions. If you get an opportunity, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Give me a like, give me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can get me at howfast10@gmail.com, or you can get me on Instagram at how__fast. I'll catch up with you guys next time. Find out how fast we can make this car go.